Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome back to another episode of Stonehearth. We are going to be trying to... Oh good, they got the scaffolding off that one. I forgot about that. Kind of out of it when I recorded the last episode. I'm still getting over the sickness I had bit by bit. I think I'm just about there, but still don't really feel great, to be completely honest with you. Let's try to queue up. I don't think this one's gonna get dealt with. It's just, this is a mess. I'll probably tear it down and build a new one, but let's see what we can do over here. Okay. Let's try it from this angle so I can see what the hell's going on a little bit better. I think that's where we want it. Let's go ahead and put that in, and then I will need to extend the road as well. Where's that? Right here. Oh, I need to build it. Alright, well, now that that's done... Sorry about my phone buzzing there. I thought I turned off vibration. Getting a lot of text messages. My old landlord is now legally over the time limit that she had to pay back my deposit, so... and they're also not replying to me, so it might be time to talk to a lawyer and draft a threatening letter to this asshole who provided... Honestly, the place was not that great to begin with, but adding on top of that, that she's withholding things that she has no right to. Basically, she's holding my money illegally, so I'm gonna go say a few things about that, probably, if they don't reply to me soon. But we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Anyway, let's get these houses built, for which we will not be overcharging the tenants. In fact, we'll not... Well, no, we're kind of charging them. Maybe slave labor, I guess, if you want to call it that. But I'm making them do things for their own benefit. You know, it helps them. Right? That's the logic we're going to use here. It's not slave labor. They're doing... The labor makes them better people. Totally. Would you consider this, like, do they work for me? Do they get paid? Is that just not how this society works? I don't know. Not sure how I would consider this. I'm still making plenty of food from last time. Oh yeah, definitely here. So let's do 20. It's only going to use up 100, but... Better to just use some now and worry about the rest later. Alright. Is there anything else we need that's going on right now? Not really. Okay. Yeah, I think we just need to build this. How are we doing on clay? Let's take a look. You're making a lot of stuff. Do we need brick, though? I don't think we need brick. I don't really understand how this stuff all works, because it's like clay, but then sometimes it's clay brick instead. Let's take a look. What do you guys need? Yeah, you don't actually build directly with clay. You only build with clay bricks. Okay. Alright, military's coming out. Good, we're fine. Other than needing to target the healers. But that's very easy to do. You guys are chumps. I'm just gonna get killed. Why do you even bother coming out here? I remember in one of the first episodes I recorded of Stonehearth where I wound up and I sent my military out to go kill some hearth tenders, and I felt like, oh, they're not doing anything, they're just minding their own business. No, fuck those guys. They deserve to die. They all deserve to die. That is a movie quote or something, but I don't remember what the hell it's from. It's a quote from some form of media. Is it a game? I think it might be a game. Yeah, what the hell game was that? I can't remember. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you know and I don't, because I'm kind of... It really doesn't matter. I'm just it's bothering me now. I'm curious. And then you're gonna reply, and I'm gonna, you know, see this, like, yeah, I'm only recording it like 2 or 3 days ahead of time. I'll see it and wonder what the fuck that was about, and then I'll have to go back and watch the episode and realize what I'd asked you to tell me, and then, well, etc, etc. It's not that my memory's bad, it's just there's too much crap going on. There's other stuff I gotta focus on, like work. Actually, I need to go work after this. Probably figure out, well, I gotta upload first. It's one downside to uploading is kind of limits my ability to get any work done. Just because there's too much bandwidth being consumed elsewhere for me to actually do what I need to do for work, which frequently involves running reports against our database, which also takes bandwidth. Or not much bandwidth, but enough that it does not work very well when the connection's being saturated by uploads to YouTube. Let's put it that way. Okay. Yeah, we're doing fine. Okay, let's take a look at crafters. Are you max level? You seem to be. Does everyone have recurve bows? Let's make like 5 just in case. Let's see. What are you using? I know I checked the other stuff recently, but... No, you're just using a bow. That's not good. You should use a recurve bow. Get yourself one of those. Oh shit, I just really remembered something that I'm... A little while ago I was looking for things to spend money on because I got a larger than expected bonus at work, and I was just sort of like, oh, well, you know, I'm having a really tough time the last couple of weeks. This is right before I got sick, by the way, which was hilarious. But I was, you know, thinking, hey, you know, I deserve a reward for working hard. I should find something that I'd be happy with and get it, and that wound up being several games and a Switch, which I was planning on getting anyway, but we'll call that the reward. But I was trying to find, I was thinking, when I was thinking about it, I was thinking, I don't really need a Switch, I'm hearing a lot of negative things about them, blah, blah, on, and I kind of thought, well, maybe I just shouldn't get one then. Maybe I should just stick with what I've got and be happy with Horizon Zero Dawn, the Wii U version of Breath of the Wild, which is great, and I had a Pro Controller for that fucking thing. Now I'm trying to get my hands on a Pro Controller for the Switch, which has taken some time. I could have gotten it the day I bought the Switch, but I was lazy. Actually, no, I wasn't lazy. I was vomiting. So, in my defense. The initial reason that I didn't just go over and buy the Pro Controller was that. And then... Why do I feel like I've had another opportunity to get... I don't think I've had another. I didn't look for one today at all, but I don't have the energy to deal with that shit today. Maybe I'll try and get one on Tuesday or something. We'll see. But I hate the frickin' Joy-Cons. They're terrible. Look, I'm a 6-foot tall guy. Like, my hands are not small. I am not a small man. And I'm not like a skinny 6-foot tall guy either. I'm like, well, okay, I'm not fat. Let me put it this way. I'm broad. I have broad shoulders. I could be maybe not a linebacker, but how about this? If I threw a check in hockey, that person felt it. And not because I'm fat. Although currently I am overweight, but not so visibly so that you would call me fat, really. I'm just like a very broad-shouldered guy who currently has a minor gut. Not so much anymore since most of that left my body when I was throwing up constantly, and not eating, but I'm working on putting that back on. I need a little bit of that right now just to recover, but I need to exercise and get in shape. I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point where I'm like stable and I can do that, but work keeps getting, like, I swear to God, every week work somehow gets worse. And I don't understand it. I'll figure it out though. It should get better in time, or I'll just find another job and they'll be completely fucked. Not because I'm valuable, but because they've created a single point of failure in me. And I had no input in that happening, and they've done nothing to change that, so if I bail, they're kind of SOL. Alright, let's use this up. That's probably going to turn in... let's just do... I can't do 100, but I can do maybe 40 and 40. Is that close enough that it would work? I can't do math today. That should be 1200, 120 plus 120, yeah, that's fine. Alright. But yeah, they would... I'm not saying that at all to flatter myself, it's just... There's not really anyone else there who's able to do what I do currently. Not from a not from a skill perspective. There's people who are skilled enough to do what I do easily. There's plenty of people there who are smarter than me. But the problem is with that work, you kind of have to be engaged in what's going on because there's so much bullshit complexity that's not documented anywhere that there's no way in hell that anyone's going to keep up with that crap without living it, basically. So, good luck if they try and get anyone else to do it. It's not going to move. It's not going to go well. If I'm not there to train them, they're fucked. That's basically what it boils down to. If they get a new hire to do it. There's a couple people in the company that they could bring in to do it, but then who does their job? And it's just like an endless Congo line of like, shit. People are single points of failures for particular tasks, and if you try to move them around, it's not really going to work out too great for you. Well, move them around with very little notice, which was what would happen if I quit, basically. Not that I'd quit with 0 days notice. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm just saying, like, if I gave them 2 weeks notice, that'd take them minimum 1 week to get a replacement. Probably the replacement wouldn't be smart enough to really do most of it. They're lucky that they got the people that they have right now with the tech literacy and the number, the number literacy to do what we do. And if they tried, because the only way they're going to get a quick new hire is if it's a contractor, probably. Anything else would take longer than 2 weeks, I think. So the contractors usually, from what I've seen, are not at a skill level necessary to make this work. I doubt the contracting agency's ability to find people, and this is not unique to our situation anyway. I'm saying this, everything I'm saying is very generic, let's put it that way. All of this is pretty much true of any job I've been in. You can't generally get really skilled labor from a contracting agency unless you get very lucky. Most of the people you're going to get are going to be... I mean, you can read... what's the subreddit? There's some good ones. I only know Tales from Tech Support, but there's some really good ones that have, like... oh, maybe Tales from the Office has some good stuff. Basically, contractors that come in and, like, you don't actually know what the fuck you're doing. I'm just gonna let this happen. You know what? No, I'm not. Fuck this. I'm tired of it. And they killed him already. Damn it. Alright, well, I wasn't gonna let it happen, but the second I decided that I wasn't gonna let it happen, it was over, so... Oops. We'll run down here. And by the way, I don't think that I'm particularly intelligent in this regard or anything like that. I'm not trying to pump my own tires here. I'm just saying, like, probably to do my job, you at least need to understand how to use Excel reasonably well. And I can tell you straight off the bat, none of the people that I've seen who've come from... Well, no, let me rephrase that. The majority of the people that I've seen coming from the contracting agency do not really have that level of knowledge. And it's not a knock on them personally, it's just that's not their skill set. So, to rely on that is scary. So, anyway, I don't know, I just question... Anyway, I'm talking about this way too much. I just hope they understand what they need to do. And I'm not saying they need to make me redundant or something, but there needs to be... you know, I think a lot of jobs do this too. There needs to be more of a fallback option. And I just don't think most places... That most places, their fallback option is, oh, well, everyone else can just work twice as hard. That's not really reasonable. So, it's frustrating, but what are you going to do? That's business for the most part. Ooh, we're really close to getting another person. That is good. Like to get that done this episode, but I kind of doubt that's going to happen simply due to the fact that we are almost done with this house from a clay perspective, which I think is most of the value, so... Well, they'll get it done eventually. Are we like... Do we not have enough clay? No, we maybe do. I'm not sure. It's just very strange that they take so long to build these. Oh well. We will figure it out. Okay. Pop another one of these, get them working a little faster. Where are you guys? You're just... Oh, you know what? Maybe... The issue is that they wind up... When we're harvesting, all the labor goes into hauling food. Maybe that's it? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Okay, do I want to... I'd like to sell some stuff. Let's think about this for a second. Let's see. Food might be nice to sell. I don't think food factors into net worth, and even if it did, we get money back. Cool. Yeah, it works out. Let's see. Let's actually check our net worth real quick. Yeah, we're good. We, you know... This is hilarious. It's so pointless. Like, why even have that be a line item? Alright, well, we have enough to get a new person, so we'll head up to 43. As soon as the next cycle ticks over. Pop some more steroids. These grow back a lot faster than the food does. Surprising. We should actually take a look at... Click the button. I clicked the right button the first time. Yeah, okay, you're still working on it. I just didn't recognize that I clicked the right button the first time. Let's keep this low. I don't want to build up inventory there. So it's a lot better to sell leather or something like that. That's 70, so I can make 70, I'll make 30 and 30. Even though I only have one weaver. It's just a good habit to be in to split it up, just in case you have two people who can divide the task. Do I have any more here? 3, yeah, 97, that's about 100, so it's about 30, yeah, 33. Yeah, I'll do 30. Burn it down a little, and then probably just say 50-50 here. Make another big chunk. That's an odd number of stuff. I should put something else in here. Let's put some bread in here. There we go. It'll be weird, but it'll work out. Let's pop some more steroids. Hopefully get a little bit more work done here. Yeah, they're moving. Why'd you get... Dude, you got rid of his frickin' ladder. That's rude. He needed to get down. That was funny. The guy ran up and he immediately... One of his buddies just deconstructed the ladder he was using. I get why they were moving the scaffolding up, but still it was very funny to see. Alright, we can get rid of this. Okay, and this is starting to look pretty good. Got a nice little town, our suburbia area away from things up here. It's almost like a real little city town thing, whatever you want to call it. Might be kind of cool to build like a wall here, but I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. We will think about it. Got our new person, and that is going to be where we end today's episode. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join me for the next one as well. Take care.